we ain't shit. All right, but can we start being?
Whoa.
You said toast. I gotta put liquor in the cup.
I thought you had some already.
No, bro. I just had popsicle.
I don't know what kind of
She told me to stop.
childish adult thing you got going on.
It's like if the drinking age was 2 instead of 21. Okay.
All right, so
Yes.
May 16th.
17?
16th?
16.
16th. Yes. Episode
What?
Fitting.
15.
15 on the 16th?
Look at you.
I see what you did there. Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This, your favorite podcast and mine.
You keep
Is
saying
that the tagline?
That's
He
what I
says
keep
that.
saying. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hey,
It's not your favorite podcast?
I don't listen to podcasts. We already discussed this.
You listen to us.
That don't mean it's favorite. It just means
Okay, so Please Delete This, the only podcast you listen to.
there you
Is
go.
that better?
That's better, actually.
We got Darren.
Bim.
Hold on one second. I wasn't ready. I took a bite. Genevieve.
Oh, Lord.
Guys, how was your weeks? Past weeks.
Good.
Weekends.
Last weekend, we did a karaoke on Saturday.
Oh, that was only Saturday?
That was Saturday, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good times were had by
Yeah?
all.
Wow.
Thank you to everybody that came.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to John, once again, Mr. 10 Tunes Tuesday. I think capacity of the room is 21. We had like 19.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad at all. Super cool. I think the guy's name was Rob, the door guy over there.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Hey, Rob, wink, wink. So apparently, you can bring food when you do rent a room and karaoke, but you can't bring alcohol. And we're kind of advertising bring alcohol.
Yes.
So just a heads up to everybody out there, if you happen to rent the room, no alcohol.
If you do sneak it in, and don't
Sneak
let
it
them
in
catch you.
like a real one. But yeah, no, shout out to Boombox, man. Good times were had. That was a lot of fun. And I think John is looking to book June already.
Hey.
So we out here.
I'll be there.
But why did you think it was bring your own bottle? If it
I
wasn't?
don't know. John, somebody told me that, John or someone.
Don't blame him.
Why not?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Because he's not here to defend himself.
We'll have him on the show, and then you can blame him in person.
Yeah, but outside of that, what'd I do?
It was Mother's Day Sunday.
That's not important. So I no, let me stop. Before karaoke earlier in the day, my son had baseball games in the morning.
See.
2 baseball games. My son hit 3 home runs.
Hey-o.
Proud dad moment.
Woohoo.
He never hit a home run over the fence. He did it inside the park ones before.
Yeah.
But in 2 games, on my way there, because the first game was at 8 a.m. He lives in Connecticut. There's no way I was making that. But as I'm driving up there, his mother texts me, your son just put one over the fence.
Hey.
And I'm happy, but I'm pissed.
Because you're not
You
there.
missed it.
So I text back, he, that's my boy. He better save one for me, joking, right? Not thinking it's going to happen.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, another one over the fence.
God damn it.
Now I'm really mad.
Yeah.
So I get there, they start the second game, and it starts to rain. And, see my son, say what up or whatever, and they playing. And I just happen to record. I don't really record his stuff, but I was like, let me just record. Rain's coming down, see what he do.
Yeah.
And 2 strikes, and wow,
Boom.
put one over the fence, man. Golly.
Proud.
What a proud. And I couldn't wild out the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the only colored over there.
Look at him. He loves it.
But man, with
Mary, look.
Act like
man,
he didn't know.
what a moment, man. And somebody grabbed the ball and, held on to it. Dylan signed it.
Hey.
Yeah, so I wrote on there the date and home run number 3 and all of that. Yeah,
Good
man. So
stuff.
gotta have that, man. Gotta have that. It was good.
Hey.
It was a good weekend. Yes, and Mother's Day stuff.
Yeah, that too. John?
Ooh. We already know I suck at this. I suck at the beginning and the end of the podcast. Have you noticed that? I don't know what I did last week. I don't know what I want to shout out. But all this stuff in the middle was random banter. That's my forte. Random shit about nothing. That's me.
So you're not good with the introduction and conclusion.
The stuff that's meaningful, no. So what I do last week, I don't know.
You did karaoke with me.
I did karaoke, but you already went over that.
Mother's Day, you didn't do anything.
I went to Mother's Day brunch at Helena's house. That was really nice.
Oh, that's fun.
And then afterwards, we went and got food, and then we came back to her house, and then we watched Love After Lockup, and that was fun.
Can I tell you? Because after karaoke, we went to the Black People Bar.
Oh, yeah,
What's the
that's
name of it?
right. 148. We took you guys
148.
there.
I enjoyed watching you and your element.
My
You-
element?
You and your friend, yeah. Yeah.
We weren't even really, at full tilt.
I believe it. But she goes in there, Darren, and her and Helena joking around with the bouncer. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're on a first name basis.
Really?
Oh, no, all our people weren't even there.
All our
Jensen?
peoples. Meanwhile, I'm like, sir, do I need my ID?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is.
He asked you for your
Pat him on down and
ID?
shit.
I don't know. I just handed it to him.
No.
Yeah.
He probably looked at it like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'll play along.
Not a very secure place, which is why I don't.
No, it is
typically
very
go.
secure. It's actually funny when they have like things they know. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. When they have things where there's people that they actually need to be secure for, you can see it. It's like a whole different. Like they ID on Saturday nights, and I've seen them kick people out, but you don't see it. Like,
Okay.
It's so smooth. Like you just like, wait, wasn't there a girl here just now? What happened to her? Didn't she have a friend? And you're like, oh shit, they just got
took
kicked
her
out.
out.
And it's
I
so
like it.
smooth. Yeah, nothing
So-
ever happens there. It's really really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say seeing you guys in that element, and I was like, ain't that bad. I might have to go. And they got
It's way
TVs.
better on Sunday.
Is that
Is it?
where's
Like
that
football
one?
season,
Where's that club? Is that
it's a bar.
bar? I'm sorry. Where is it?
It's off of what's
Eddie
that
Street.
street?
Allen?
Eddie Street.
Eddie? Oh, okay. Clara's friend owns that one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. But yeah, that's what you did this weekend. Look at that. I
Good
helped
job,
you.
Jen.
Thank you. You
Yeah,
guys are
you
it's so
know.
helpful. You guys are like the kickstand to my bike. You know, every time I'm about to fall, you hold me up.
Hold him.
Got it. I got it. Get your side. Darren, how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Sorry. Thursday I did a prom at Crown Plaza, and the reason I bring it up is hilarious. Did the prom for these high school kids, and I'm sure you've done proms. They actually they have a ton of requests. Can you play this? Can you play this?
Yeah.
And they think they're slick. So I'm under play clean music. That's my. I'll play whatever you want as long as it's clean, right?
I had a little burp, sorry.
So in your breastbone. So every so often they come to me like with can you play this for my girl, whatever, and I'm like, okay, what song is it? And they'll say like, they once said, play this for my girl, she's gonna love it. That Meek Mill's joint, some joint, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So keep going, and this one girl comes to me and she's like, can you play? Are you gonna play any slow music? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it.
Kids listen to slow music?
Listen, this girl goes, can you play Rihanna Sex With Me?
Oh Lord.
So I just the title of the song, I looked at it and I was like, probably not.
Do you know the song? Like off the top of your head? Do you know
No.
it? Or no? Oh,
You don't-
that's even funny.
No,
So,
you don't?
hold on. No, not off the top of my head.
That's funny.
So I said, I gotta play clean music. This the title of the song tells me it's a problem. She's like,
Yeah.
no, it's really not that bad. I promise. I was like, all right, tell you what, I'll see if I can find it, listen to it, and I'll let you know if I can play it.
You're the old DJ.
I am.
For just not knowing.
You know what?
Rihanna.
I like requests.
This is why
because
you need me for just right
I do.
entertainment. I would have stood bit next to you like, no.
So I like requests because it tells me, especially with these kids, whatever they want to hear.
Right.
So I quickly download it. I listen to it in my headphones, and I go, no, absolutely not. Right?
You gonna find the clean one?
That is clean.
No, it's not.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
the one he was listening to probably was clean.
It was clean,
Oh.
but it still says like the
Sex
title-
with me, so
yeah.
amazing.
I would have
So-
let that rock. Word.
And then all them little kids would have started humping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vice principal would have came up to you like, sir.
We
Sir.
heard Doodle Brown at our prom.
That was not a good
yeah, but I feel like Doodle Brown, like you didn't hear anything unless you were like really like.
No, you hear it.
I mean,
Let me see you shake them titties, pop that pussy, Doodle Brown.
there's a clean version though. Was a clean version played at our prom?
Probably.
I die with it.
Yeah.
We
so
ain't no better than these kids.
yeah, it was. So I listened to it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna play it. But I was like, damn, this song knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
song.
sexy.
It's a really
Very sexy.
it's, yeah. It's really sex song. So the prom was good. I determined that's gonna be my anthem somehow this year.
Sex
Sex
with
with
me?
Just
That's
cause.
Is
Keep
that
that
why?
between you and your wife.
Yeah,
man.
that's fine.
Is that why you were clapping Rihanna earlier?
Maybe.
Have you been listening to Rihanna
just that
since
Sex With
Thursday?
Me song?
Oh.
I listened to it like today once or something. Anyways, so that was
It's
good.
mad deep right now.
Yeah, and then I had a wedding Friday. The highlight of my wedding easily, the crowd was doing a swag surf. Yeah.
Was it a crowd that typically wouldn't swag surf?
They looked like they would swag surf. I just never did it at a wedding.
Mm.
So I was even antsy about putting it on. It was going well, and I was
Was that
like,
all you
let's
or
try it.
request?
No, that was me.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, let's just try it, and they
Hey.
I was like, yeah.
God bless.
So that was that. Did a 50th birthday party on Saturday.
Damn, May is a busy month.
Yeah, so I took the
Book
kids with
it.
me. Right. The great thing about that was primarily white people event, which was great. White people get down, you know that.
Yeah.
But I had the girls with me. They were working the photo booth, so I was telling them, "You guys are in for a treat because the way these people get down is very different from the way we get down."
Oh, they never seen it.
They never seen it. So as the night goes on, playing whatever they want. This one guy who did the worm, like,
Yeah, that happens.
yeah, it does. Another guy was doing like the Greek dancing, like where he was like really jumping all over the place or whatever. And like I'm looking at it, and then every so often I look to the corner of the room, and I can see the two of them like, whatever. So that was
face.
good. And then Mother's Day was good.
Did you get a gift for your wife and your mom?
I got a gift from my wife, my mom, the kid's mom,
And
my
mother-in-law.
mother-in-law.
Got to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
Good job.
All was well.
This is why you were not sleeping on the couch. You've done well.
Well, done. Well, the week ain't over yet.
Yeah.
Well, he's out here singing sex with me, so.
Hey, did you?
Yeah,
Wait, no, I'll
put
ask
your
you.
hand
I'll
down.
ask you off the camera.
No,
right?
I probably didn't. Whatever you're gonna ask is probably a no.
You say you want to talk about relationships.
Yeah, I can talk about
You
it.
know, see if you turned up. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Came home all warm.
Right?
Riri got you feeling some type of way.
She's such a beautiful woman. Her vibe is just wild, man.
You know, the sexiest Rihanna song, in my opinion, is Skin.
Which
I've
album was that? on?
heard that one, but I don't remember at the top of my head.
Definitely not her last one. I don't know off the top of my head the name of it. If I see it, I'll get
Yeah, I gotta check that because Riri is definitely.
She's up there.
I
when it
remember
comes to-
exactly the first time I heard that song.
But I like older sexy songs. Like to me, Janet Jackson's "Anytime, Any Place."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
The
Skin
extended
might be a
version.
little bit
Like,
above
yeah,
that.
yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how about Kiss It Better?
He's Skin.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta listen to Skin because Kiss It Better got me in my bag.
Bim's like, where is my negligee?
Here I go.
My negligee. Shut up.
Kiss me some wine. Feeling
I'll be
frisky.
in my
on the bed
bag.
like,
What?
I remember I was at work and it came on. We used to play Pandora in the store. And I was just doing work shit. And I looked up at the speaker because the speaker's in the ceiling. I looked up like, what the fuck is this? I had to go look at the thing to see the song. I said, oh, okay.
What song was it?
Skin.
Oh,
That was
that's
the
how
first
you
time.
heard it.
Yeah. First time I heard it. That probably was like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
I gotta check that one. So I was thinking about this earlier today. It's funny we're talking about Rihanna. I'm nervous for R&B for the future.
How so?
So that Rihanna, Beyonce, her. I don't know if you guys listen to her.
I don't.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Oh man. SZA, right?
Right.
Other than that, especially with the men, I know we got like Miguel, Chris Brown, and a few others.
Yeah.
But like I don't see a lot of like younger R&B heads in the mainstream. I know there's a lot of SoundCloud people probably,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of nervous.
Neo has a new song apparently.
He does.
Yeah.
And do you hear it much? Nope.
No.
I heard
I
it
haven't heard
on something. And I was like, who the hell is this? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Page of me
Because
at
it was
546.
the topic of the song felt kind of young for him.
Yeah.
Because he's apologizing to all the girls he hurt before.
He already did that mad times. What are you
All
doing?
right. I'm like, again?
And
What'd
I
you
love
do
Neo.
now?
Yeah. and I
What'd you do?
love
Take off
Neo.
your hat? Is that what you're apologizing for?
My
Oh,
God.
Jen.
Leave my guy alone.
Too
man.
far?
Leave my guy alone, man. Look, hey, some of us who are, you know what I mean, with the head.
Yeah, but if you take off your hat, you don't look like an alien. He looks like a whole weirdo.
Yeah, he do look wild. Different.
You're just a bald black guy.
You right.
Those are in.
Those are it.
Those are in.
Those are it. Thanks, Jen.
Cheers.
But yeah, hopefully R&B is safe because when I listen to like some of the stuff my son listens to, it's these young people doing their melodic sing rap thing to
Yeah.
trap beats.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope that's not replacing R&B for the youngsters, but I'm glad that whoever at the prom asked for at least a sex
slower-
with
yeah,
me
yeah.
type vibe
a slower song.
and not Lil Uzi's slow
oh,
song.
there was a ton of that.
but not as a slow song. Like
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too bad R. Kelly's a pervert.
You know another thing too. That's another one. They were like, "Oh, another one. Can you play Chief Keef?" And I'm like, "There's
Chief
nothing."
Keef?
People still listen to Chief Keef?
I listened to Chief Keef like a couple months ago, but I thought I'm a weirdo.
I feel like, what are you? Okay,
Chief Keef still?
yeah.
Is he alive?
I
Still?
tell you, like I felt like mad old. So they come to me and I'm like, "Okay, come quick, hurry up!" And they're like, "Oh, can you play this?" And it's like, come on, like, what was the song? Like, you know that song? No, I don't know the song. Like, go away. And so a lot of them come to me with the YouTube out already. Just boom, can you play that? And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, how can you even pronounce that? Like, okay, go whatever. But then I hear it and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. It's different.
Very different.
We're at that age.
We who?
You
But I will say,
I listen to music.
all of this stuff.
Most of it.
You listen to
yeah.
I just
Takashi 6ix9ine,
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. Takashi, Lil Uzi,
XXX
the
Tentacion.
motherfucker with the bees. I don't even use the MF word often, but the one with the bees.
Lobo.
Lil
Lobo.
Yachty.
Yeah.
well,
I can't get into that stuff. But I did listen to what her name, the Catch Me Outside girl. What her name, Lil Baby.
Okay. See why?
She has.
See?
Listen. I didn't go out of my way for that, but. On Tidal, it was the #1 suggested new track. It's with her, Drake, and some other person. And the shit kind of knocked. I'm not going to lie. I know, ladies and gentlemen, but the shit kind of knocked. But I never listened to it long enough to get to the part where she starts rapping.
you just stop.
I respect it. I respect
The Drake part was cool. The other person was cool. But I don't know how. I don't remember a female voice.
Yeah.
But she's a little baby.
Yeah. No.
She's a little booty head.
Why is Drake on a song with her?
How do you know?
He's. I hate him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you're just against Canadians because him, Tristan.
I like Bieber.
Do you?
I like his music.
Bieber's last album was good. I like
Yeah,
that.
he
That was
has
a
good
that was a
music.
good album.
I don't listen to it. I
Nah,
listened to
nobody
a
cares
couple
what you
of
did.
singles.
You just listen to music for party purposes, huh?
Do you even listen to music or do you just skim through it?
Ooh.
Hey
Go ahead, ho.
Oh, well, look at her all mad.
Like, she got me.
No rebuttal.
I try
How
to
dare you
listen
use
to
Hove
it.
against me?
You'll pay for this, Jensen.
Oh man, did anything compelling happen throughout the week?
I'm sure it
Let's
did.
think. Any scandals? No.
Well, I saw something that Tisha posted that I thought was funny and interesting.
I hate her.
Why do you hate her?
Why would I not hate her? Have you met her?
She has her moments, but
Yeah.
overall, a good lass.
I hope she's listening to this so she can hear me tell her. I
She
hate her.
not listening.
Does she listen to this?
She does. She reposted us last time.
Oh shit, she did. How much
Oh
you pay
yeah,
her
she
for
was
that?
like, yeah.
I didn't even pay her.
Nah.
I woke up. I was like, "Oh, thanks, boo."
All right, so I think I screenshotted it. If not, fuck, I didn't. Damn. All right, so we can skip topics and I didn't screenshot it.
What was it about?
Did you see the post that Urkel put up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can paraphrase that.
Okay, so if you can lead us in this,
Okay, so everybody's favorite nerd, Urkel / Jaleel White.
my guy.
So I guess Peppa from Salt and Pepper had posted something where she was saying how she didn't give Will Smith a chance when he wanted to get with her, and she should have, and you know how he was just a nice guy and blah blah. It's like, yeah, Pep, you fucked up. You could have been with Will Smith. Well, could you have been with Will Smith? I don't think that would have lasted anyway.
Yeah, I
But,
didn't.
whatevs. But now you out here regretting it like an old thought because that's what old thoughts do. So Jaleel White reposted it and he was like, see, that's what it was like for us nice guys in the 90s. If you weren't smoking weed and being a thug, you couldn't have got the pretty girls, and they used to just not want to be with guys like me. And I'm glad she admitted that, yada, yada, yada. And then my friend Tisha said, basically, I agree with everything she said, that he probably was passing up the nice girl who wanted him because he wanted the bad bitch. And then he wanted to complain because the bad bitch didn't want him because she wanted the bad boy.
So it's a cycle.
So
A circle.
So he's
Cycle,
being
cycle.
hypocritical. There's probably a lot of nice girls who wanted him. And he was like, no.
Okay.
You ain't Pep.
So it's interesting because now I'm gonna combine that with another thing that comes up: the black guys dating the white chicks.
Oh, we're just going there?
Well, because it's kind of related.
Is
So Michael B. Jordan, you know, people say he dates white chicks, right?
Yeah.
But somebody had mentioned in another podcast that I heard that when he was younger, he was like in arts, in the artsy shit, and he was kind of nerdy because most women who are popping, like the popular chicks in school, aren't going to mess with the guy that's going to art and doing, theater related stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he ends up messing with a particular type of women who will mess with him. So that transitions as you get older, you just end up messing with the same type of chick.
Fair.
So is that kind of related? Is it like, you just roll with what you're dealt with at a particular time, and then you just stick with it? Because I've seen it happen.
I mean, if that's what you're used to, is what you're used to. But
I think
Right.
I think that's what you like. Like you.
Well, you end up developing a taste for it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if young Michael B. Jordan was like, damn, this sister's popping, but they ain't feeling me because I'm not an athlete or I'm just doing theater or whatever. But, this one over here is rocking. I guess she's cool. After some time, you develop stuff.
But I think a lot of that is assumption, though.
Is it? Well, in some cases. So I know athletes from an athlete perspective. Somebody said something about a bunch of athletes, black athletes, having white women. How does that happen? I see the transition. You're nice at some sport in middle school. You end up going to a private school, because you're that good. You go for free. What's the demographic there?
White
In most cases, right? So they start getting that vibe. Then you get a scholarship into college. What attention are you going to get? And that momentum just keeps going.
See, so you've just argued both sides of the same coin.
Yeah, argue with me. I like it.
Because it's like you just said, okay, the nerdy kids go with the white girls because the black girls didn't like them. But the athletes go with the white girls because the white girls are there. So no matter what, the argument ends up with you making excuses for why you don't date black girls. Not you, but I'm just saying, like, everyone's making excuses.
Is it an excuse, though? Or is it just
it's an excuse.
Or does it end up being a matter of taste at that point? So So if you go to those schools or if you're in theater or whatever and you're around this demographic, you develop a taste. When you're now popping and around more people, do you just
that's your taste.
Intentionally switch over?
No, that's your taste.
That's your taste. Yeah.
That's your taste, but it was your taste because you wanted it to be your taste.
Right.
Not because of your past.
Right.
You choose to want to be with white people, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't blame I was in 7th grade and this black girl, Takesha, didn't want to get with me, so therefore, ergo. The fuck?
But I guess because I don't like the flack that folks get, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why give Jordan Peele or whatever dude a hard time if you probably wouldn't have dated him?
Exactly. I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying?
I always say it all the time. Like, people make this whole big deal about black guys who date white girls, but I'm like, the black guys who date white girls,
Boom.
I probably wouldn't want.
Boom. Right.
Not because there's anything wrong with them, but
that's not your taste.
We probably wouldn't have similar interests, or we probably just wouldn't mesh or vibe.
Right.
Just because, I mean, it's a different type of energy.
So do you
not
think
that one's better or worse? It's just
different.
It's just a different energy. So if that's the energy that you're attracted to, that you click with, then you just wouldn't click with me, and vice versa.
Do you think that it's a cultural thing where now you have so these black athletes are going to like these schools where they get the scholarships and they're around predominantly white people or whatever,
Right.
and so it's they're now in that culture and they're like, okay, this is what's around me. Yeah, I like homegirl over there. I have no problem with it. And I like black people too. I have no problem with it. Like, do you think like it's a cultural thing where they say, because this is what I know, this is what I'm going to stay around because we're part of the same culture? Or are they like, that's not my culture over there. I don't know that, so I'm not going near that.
Maybe a little bit of both. What I've heard in the past, not from our generation, but the generation before us, that a lot of black men saw being able to seek and obtain a white woman as like a prize almost, like you've achieved something that's a higher level.
That's
no matter what she looks like.
I hope that's not still a thing.
I don't know if it's, I know, like, because I used to, to full circle to something that we said we might talk about today. Fat white girls and skinny black guys. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, you should have seen Bim's face. Yeah, I said it. Take a sip. We out here. Everybody always asks me, why the Africans always got them big fluffy white girls? Why they can't just get, an average white girl? Why they gotta go for the fluffiest? Why the fluffiest white girl go for the African dudes? They be like 97 pounds, soaking wet.
Darren is
I'm ready. Come on.
40 of those pounds is, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So it's like it doesn't matter that she's fluffy and shaped like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, she is what's supposed to be forbidden historically to a black man. So now it's like I've conquered. Now I have the right
thing.
I can do that and no one can stop me. I've done it. And so cool.
Yeah.
And that's past generations. Once again, I'm not claiming that's what it is now, but I've heard that's what it was.
Some people do it for papers.
That's a whole other realm.
We ain't even gonna go to the papers, okay? Because Donald Trump's out here. We ain't trying to mess up people's hustle. You know what I'm saying? Young ladies, if you can get your 10, 15 stacks for marrying your foreigner, do you?
Is that still the price?
I keep hearing that's the price.
I
would think inflation.
By now, yeah.
I would have thought it's at least 20
by now.
But I mean, I guess with the cost of living going up, the fact let's next topic. How is it that these foreigners are able to get a job and save up $20,000, $15,000 to pay somebody? But here I am, legal as fuck. If somebody told me to pay them $20,000 cash for some shit, I'd be like, no.
You want to know how?
Tell me how.
So under the table.
At least, boom, that's one. And in the situation where I knew someone who was doing it, I won't give up the nationality. A a bunch of them were living in one house, saving mad money.
Because it go ahead.
So over time, if you don't have rent or something like that to pay for, you can save that bread real quick.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
You know
like
what
a
I'm
year's worth of
And,
salary.
and they all kind of work together.
Yep.
Because if one gets it, then they could pull somebody else with them.
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they save that bread
Revelations.
real quick.
Yeah.
We got bills, we got taxes.
Yeah.
Tax-
We buy
Taxes,
shit
nigga.
that we don't need.
Yeah.
We do.
They-
That's a very American
They just
thing.
go to
Yeah.
work, and it's one of them that's spearheading most of it, and the other three just work.
That's it.
Matter of fact, this makes me think of a book I just finished reading.
You read?
I do.
I'm mad we both asked that.
I'm mad at astonished. I don't be
Yeah,
reading, yo.
yeah.
We both stopped. Like, nigga, what?
Clara put me onto this book, The Hate You Give, and it's about this girl who I won't give it all away. I don't know if you guys.
Well, you
ever
read the
We're
whole
not
thing?
gonna. We're not gonna read it.
Like
We're not
cover to
gonna read
cover?
Yeah, yeah.
No cliff notes?
No
No book on
no
tape?
spark notes.
No spark. That's still a
it.
thing.
How big is the font? Like, is it like Babysitter's Club big?
You know, the book
or
is
is it
like
like
400 pages.
Are there pictures in the book?
No, there's no pages.
400 pages? Babysitter's Club font, Goosebumps font, or like.
Like I could get up. I can go show you the book.
No, don't get up.
Yeah. It's a good book.
Really?
Yeah, I read.
There's words on both sides.
Yeah. I didn't have to color anything.
Wow.
There's no
My
connected
son
dots.
reads?
So impressed.
So
That's
it's,
what's up.
It's about this.
I'm going to read a catalog
One more
when I
question.
get home.
Is it like paper or is it like a Kindle book you read?
No paper.
So you have like a bookmark and you hold it with your thumb.
Yeah.
and
Wow.
in bed at night with your feet up.
Yeah.
That is
I wish I was stealing like moments to try to finish reading this
I
book.
was stealing
Wow.
moments.
Yeah, like it was so interesting, but because I was been so busy, like to try to sit on the couch and read with 3 kids running around is like impossible.
You sit on the couch and read.
Yeah, so it's
Do you have like a house robe and slippers and you just like get
Just-
comfortable?
Do you have glasses that you sit on
I
the
do this
bridge
on
of
my
your
nose.
nose? Just
What?
Darren, are you coming to bed? Oh, just another chapter. I'll be right to
come on,
bed.
wait, come on.
Reading by the candlelight. This is fun.
Yo,
Wow.
but it was a really interesting book.
What's it called again?
The Hate You Give.
Okay.
Actually, it spells out thug.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
See?
it's very
Real nigga
interesting.
shit.
Well,
You out here reading hood novels.
yeah.
Ah.
You an 18-year-old thot? What the fuck? You read Zane books too?
Hell no, I love Zane books too. What? One against Zane and Eric Jerome Dickey. Anyways,
You are
continue.
such a thot.
So
Wow.
this book is about
Learning.
this teenage girl. Damn it. She witnesses a crime, and it's a young black woman. She witnesses a crime, and the dilemma is: does she speak out and like say what it is about the crime, or does she, keep it to herself and protect her? I want to say identity. I forgot the word. Anyways, so it carries on that journey where what she's gonna do. She actually lives in like I don't want to say the ghetto, but she lives in like the
Inner city.
Thank you.
You're
There you
welcome.
go.
She lives on that side of town, but because that part of town is bad, it's a bad area, her parents make her go to like a predominantly white school,
Okay.
like a private school, and so she has a white boyfriend, and so there's the dynamic of I have to be one way. I get to be myself when I'm at home and when I'm with my hood friends or whatever like that, but at the school to my boyfriend, to those friends, I have to be somebody different.
Yeah.
So sparking that conversation of, these black kids dating white, because that's what they're around. It makes me think of like, did she date those people because that's what she's around and that's what she's comfortable with, or is it because she's ashamed of her home life that way?
I think you like who you like,
You like who you like.
right?
Yeah, I mean
So-
that's what I
yeah.
ultimately think, that whether
Yeah.
black or white, I just don't like the idea that people put that because you like somebody of a different race,
Yeah.
that it's because you don't like a person of your own race.
Right. Now imagine if somebody told you, Darren, that, oh, you hate Haitian women.
Nope.
Because you're not married to one.
Nope.
Or Jen,
I never
you don't
with
love
anyone.
Wakandans because you're not from
Now we can go that route. That's an interesting route. I personally don't prefer to be with African men. Typically,
Typically.
Oh, I am offended.
I'm not.
I am
giving-
shockhead.
But is that to
Are
say
you?
No.
is that to say that you won't date
I have
African men?
dated African, but an American African. Like I like Africans. I like being able to relate to shit like that, but I don't like deep African.
Like Johnny Just Come.
Yeah. JJC can
JJC.
JJC can stay where he's at. But like a dude who's like either came when they were young, so they kind of know both cultures
Right.
and can kind of switch back and forth. I can rock with that. But someone who just doesn't get simple shit like, why do I buy Jordans? I don't need that stress in my life.
Right, I feel that. So now, is that so different than somebody like?
And so like, yeah.
So to me, it's like, why bother somebody else's peace, right? If they're happy and treating their woman right, and not shitting on a whole other group of
that's
women.
a whole different
That's
situation.
the problem I have.
That's-
All those
Yeah,
brothers
yeah,
who
yeah.
say shit like, I don't date dark butts, I don't like black women,
Blah, blah, blah,
all
blah,
that
blah,
shit.
blah.
I want hands with all of them. I don't like that shit. Like,
Yeah, that's extra.
it's wild extra. Your mother is probably their complexion. How do you feel about your mama? And two, why shit on anybody? Why put anybody else down? Do
Yeah.
your thing,
Yeah.
and just say, hey, this is just not my type.
Yeah.
That's not my
Because
type.
then when it comes back around to you, I feel like you finally find that girl, and she's like, nah, I don't date. Like people like, yeah, like I feel like I got a friend who's like that. Like I only date. I want a Haitian woman that's gonna blah 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 and cook for me and blah blah. I'm like, great. What if she don't want you?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. There's in between a preference and being discriminatory. I have a preference,
Use those big words.
but I wouldn't discriminate against an African man if he approached me in a certain way that if anyone else approached me in that same way I was okay with, and he approached me in that same way and I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna be like, well, everything else is cool about you. You're nice, you're handsome, you're decent, and you're polite, but you're African, so
no,
Fuck out
thank
of
you.
here with your yellow eyes.
wow.
I mean,
Jesus Christ, man.
it was. She wouldn't say that. I'm just saying, if she was that asshole of a person, that's the type of shit that they would say.
Jaundice though? We gotta go to jaundice? Shit.
Damn,
Like you didn't even go for the obvious Ebola. You just went.
you just-
Obvious Ebola, really?
I'm gonna Drake.
But no, yeah, just respect people's shit, man. And to transition into another realm of the whatever, I was telling Shorty, I don't care about people's sexuality. Like when folks say, "Oh, I wonder if so and so is gay," or what, I don't care. I don't care. What does that have to do with me? Do your thing. Do your thing. Like it doesn't bother
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't interfere with me at all.
I don't care about your dating preference. I don't care if you like tall, dark, whatever. Just do you, be happy, and don't be a dickhead to people. Just be good to people.
That's basically it.
Right?
Also, back to what we've just been talking about 2-3 times already.
What's that?
So
Don't go back to the fluffy thing you were talking about. She was.
She
Go
just
ahead,
smiled.
man.
She
Go
just
ahead.
smiled.
I wasn't,
All right, go
but the
ahead.
word fluffy is just funny to me. Also, to all my fluffy white sisters, I love y'all. Thank you for keeping the Africans
Away from me.
occupied. I don't think the Africans would like me anyway, but you know, once
just-
again, it's a preference.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really think I'm that cup of tea,
You're
but
not submissive enough for them? Is that
I'm
what you're saying?
I'm submissive. I'm very domestic. My friends,
Were you about to say submissive as fuck?
I am just submissive as fuck. My friends say I'm domesticated like a cat.
You?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know that.
We're not gonna
side
go back
of her.
to getting to know Jen. We're not doing that again.
Fine,
Okay,
fine.
let me be me. Let me be
Fine.
great in silence,
It's great.
Darren. Because he turned his whole stupid head
Fam.
like I'm about to get in this.
He was
No,
ready.
he was so ready. You
was
saw
ready.
that, right?
No. Actually, I have a topic I want to
I
talk
don't
about
give
in
a
that realm.
fuck.
Yo,
I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna look at you for the rest of the night.
Yeah, she be on one, bro. I don't know, man.
But she's not hard though, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm submissive and kind and sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
Butter Moreau. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. I distracted you. with
That's
the
cool.
fluffy
I
thing.
remember what I was gonna say, but I thought it doesn't matter. Anywho, so we was at work and we were talking about Donald Glover.
Okay.
Because once again, he's awesome and great. We talked about him last time.
Yes, he is.
But he made that video, This is America. He has a show Atlanta.
Yep.
A lot of conscious issues towards black people get addressed, yada, yada, yada. But he has a white girlfriend and they have 2 children together.
You know what's interesting about that? He was on the Breakfast Club years ago.
Yeah.
And he said, at that point, I think he was getting scrutiny for dating Asian women. And he said something like, I don't think I could date a white woman because I have all this hate in me towards white people sometimes.
See-
I don't know if I could bring that home.
That's the part that confused us. Nobody has people I was speaking to. None of us had a problem with him being with a white girl.
Right.
But it was kind of interesting to think like you made this whole video and you make all this stuff basically saying this is my gripe against things that white people have done.
Yeah.
but you're with a white girl. It's almost equivalent to a racist white man having a black girlfriend.
Yeah, which happens.
And that's the other question. Does
Yeah.
that happen? That's
It
so
does.
interesting.
Yeah.
But now here's my
Really?
question to you: would you date Donald Glover?
And that was the other thing. I was like, to me, I always assumed he's the kind of guy who would be with a white girl just because, you know, his persona and all. I'm more surprised by This Is America video
Right.
than I am by the fact that he has a white girlfriend.
Why?
So, oh, go ahead.
Because just I don't know, just from watching him like on TV and Community and stuff like that, he just seemed like the kind of guy who probably grew up in the suburbs and been around a lot of white people and
And he
is
mentions
open,
that in his
open
music.
to dating white people.
in his camp mixtape. I don't know if y'all heard it, but like it was one of his earlier
First ones,
projects.
yeah.
He kind of talks through that. Great music, man, Darren. You should check out his older stuff.
Yeah,
But
because the internet is great too.
because of the internet.
Because the
Yo,
Yo,
internet.
he has so much good. Anyways, but yeah, that's the thing, right? So,
I think my stomach looks big in this camera today.
fam,
Your
yes,
stomach
what do you?
looks good. Okay, continue, Bim.
I don't know. She made me lose my point, man.
Sorry, I
don't even know what
was
to
just
say.
feeling my belly looking big.
Oh, but yeah, so it's that back to that whole thing. Would you date that brother? And to me, I think it's an even bigger service to the black community because you look at the show Atlanta. Look at the cast. Date whoever you want to date, my brother. Just keep doing that kind of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what matters.
Do you
But I
think,
just feel like wouldn't he have a conflict in himself?
Well, I think she understands enough. I'm hoping to say to where she gets it because it's not like there's white folks out there that don't get it,
yeah.
right? They get it.
That's true.
Do you
know what I'm saying?
Do
So
you
it's-
think that in that relationship that he feels like he's enabled to do shit like that because of maybe the conversations they have and the ideas they toss around between
Absolutely.
like each other, that he's able to say, all right, you know, like I'm inspired to put out stuff like this.
Yeah, because it's what's he saying in the song? He's not saying kill crackers, right? He's
No.
saying this is America.
This is the
This
problem.
is what's going on. This shit
Yeah.
this shit is actually happening.
Right.
What can she dispute? Right.
Right.
It's not like he dragged her on camera
like,
and said,
"Look what you
Yo,
did." Yeah,
her
yeah, yeah.
ancestors. Nah,
Yeah.
look at what's going on now. Shit is fucked up now for us, for people that look like me.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the truth.
I had let a friend of mine, not let.
You
but
have friends other than us?
I, you know,
Alright,
I'm
just
about
making
to
sure.
say.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
about to say.
Negro.
Tread lightly, my G.
Shit.
Shit.
Those friends do not exist anymore.
I told this guy at work, you know, in passing.
Funny how that changed.
I slipped him
She
a
just
note.
got downgraded
Yeah.
mad levels.
guy
This
at
guy I
work.
talked to from time to time. I told him, like, I asked him, did you listen to the video? Did you hear the video? And did you hear the song? Like, and then he's like, yeah, no, I didn't, whatever. I said, he's pretty smart guy. So I said, listen to it, watch the video, watch it a couple times, tell me what you think. So he came back and said, dope video, but he doesn't, he feels like he presented a problem with no solution.
I love it when people say this.
So to me, I was like, isn't presenting the problem a good start? Like
Like he's supposed to solve racism in 3 minutes in a music video?
Thank you.
So
Get the hell out of here.
So you know, we go back and forth, and I'm like, there are those that don't think there's a problem
Thank you.
on both sides of the spectrum,
Right.
And I don't think he was saying like, white people, this is for you guys, or black people, this is for you guys. It was like, here's this, interpret it how you will.
Dear Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is up to, maybe he's putting it on us to find a solution. So he was like, all right. But at the same time, okay, so I present the problem to person, and now I tell them to go fix it. What if they don't see the problem? I was like, yeah, that's how they interpret it. So we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I want to ask you guys, do you think there is value in either A, presenting showing a person this is the problem, or is it better to say this is the problem, this is how we fix it?
All right. Jen, you want to answer?
Nope.
All right. So I'm going to give a long-winded answer because that's what I do.
Go ahead.
So I believe people are put on this earth and they're segmented into like 4 or 5 categories. Jen shut her mic off and she going to listen.
Yo, she shut off her. Let me shut off mine too.
So I believe some people are put on this earth to create. They fall into the art category,
Yeah.
whether it be music, acting, whatever. So those who are artists have a different view of social issues. So whether they capture it in a book, whether they capture it through a painting, whether they capture it through poetry, whether they capture it through a music video, their job or what they're feeling, what they're inspired to do is to highlight something or show it in a different light. They're not the politician. They're not that person that's in that other category. They're not that person that's in the healer category who can actually help a person who's psychologically going through something. They're simply there to display something in another form so that it can be digested by folks.
And start the conversation.
That is his purpose. You can't say, I feel like people who do that are deflecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, when has somebody ever presented the problem, brought the solution, and helped you cope with the trauma that you dealt with through something? There isn't one person that
to
fits,
do each
that
one
does
of those
each thing.
things, or does all of them.
Exactly. Like, you don't go to a doctor and get surgery for something, and that same doctor provide the physical therapy. No, you go somewhere else. Right. And then if you have trauma, you go to somebody else. Like, one person does not. It's not a one-stop shop. You know what I mean? So don't just take it for what it is. It's art. Let people interpret it, and the fact that it brought so much conversation. That's the purpose.
That's the purpose,
That's the purpose.
It provided those people who may not see that as an issue go, maybe this really is a problem.
Right. And even if one person came out with that outlook, mission accomplished. And that's what it is. So,
because that one person could very well start the ball to the solution.
Exactly. Because we don't know what's bubbling under the surface. You know, it could be some young kid who saw it and was inspired, and years from now can manifest into something. But the purpose of the video is not to solve some shit. And the fact that people are saying that is very odd to me. I never understood that.
Dope video. I had to watch it much more times.
Darren?
Yes.
Where's your saxophone? Is that it? Have you been playing it?
I played it like last week.
You didn't even play it for us?
No, I'm not going to play it for you guys.
Did you play sex with me on your saxophone? Hey, look at him.
Hey!
He about to get it popping tonight, my G. Hey.
Bust into the... Wake up, baby. Wake up.
Got a pair of red drawers on. He's reading robe.
Get the fingers right. Yeah. Hey. Jen, don't look at me like that.
You gotta wet the reed.
Hey.
What you know about the reed, Jen?
Come on.
What you know about the reed,
She's
Jen?
watching The Simpsons. She don't know. She don't know.
I play
feel
flute.
like I was gonna say I feel like you would play instruments.
So
You did play flute.
Nerd.
Why do I feel like I knew that?
Nerd.
We've had this conversation. Shut up.
we might have. So playing the flute, that means you always sat next to the clarinet section.
Ah, yes.
And the mother skunks who played the clarinet.
Y'all had beef?
the butter skunks.
Because you always had to stop because somebody broke their reed and needed a new one.
Come
And would ask the choir director, whatever it's called, the conductor.
I was going to choir director.
Now no one believes I played the flute because I called the choir director.
Mission accomplished.
Mr. So-and-so, I broke my reed. So they'd always be, make sure you wet the reed first. And then they'd always hit that weird note. What is a clarinet? Why is it a thing?
I don't know.
Anyone who played the clarinet, sorry.
It's not a flute?
No, it's a clarinet.
What's a flute?
A flute is a flute.
What's the difference?
The flute
They're both
is
woodwinds.
here.
Is that what it is?
No,
Woodwinds?
no.
Yeah, they are both woodwinds.
Are they? Mm-hmm. Oh.
They might not be made out of wood anymore, but it's still
The
woodwind.
flute's metal,
Yeah.
but it's a woodwind instrument.
Yeah. Huh. But what's the difference?
I know the flute.
it's a-
You blow to the side. Or you
It's a
blow.
completely
And the clarinet's
different.
like beady, beady, beady.
Sure. All right.
But then there's the wooden flute that looks like a clarinet, like a small one, like a
Really?
recorder. A recorder's
Oh,
a type of flute.
okay.
You remember the recorders from
Hell
grocery
yeah.
school, Darren? Mr. Shore?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow, you remember his name?
With the humpback. I remember
God
Mr. Shore.
damn it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he's dead by now. Rest in peace, Mr. Shore.
Be dead.
He had a
Should
humpback
be.
music teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have recorders.
Ah, that makes
Yeah.
Did you play hot cross buns?
What? What's that?
do 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 do.
That has a name?
do 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 do.
Why do you remember this?
You know what's funny? When I first started playing flute, because it's like the first thing you learn. So I was at home practicing my flute, and my mom knew that song from back in Ghana.
Wow.
Is that hot cross buns? Like, no bullshit. Like, I know it sounds like I'm lying, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you, I'm
Is
telling
she
you.
popular?
Right? I swear on everything. So,
That reminds me, it's unrelated, but I feel it's the same time as the recorder. No, it was a different time. Me and Kenny used to go play basketball at
basketball.
basketball.
Grow the fuck up.
Basketball. We used to go play basketball at the center That was on Broad Street. I can't think of the name.
Yeah,
of it.
I know what you're talking about.
So it was it children? It was some after school program. What I don't remember. So the coach there, God bless his heart, he had a stroke,
Oh no.
so he couldn't use one side of his body.
I feel like this is gonna go in.
It's gonna go really,
direction.
really bad. So at the time, I was mad lazy, but we were playing ball, shooting around and stuff like that. Of course, Kenny's mad athletic, so he's draining threes, whatever.
Right.
One on one, right? So I hit a 3, and Kenny goes, "There you go, Darren." And then Kenny stopped, and we still here. So
How's he clapping?
I look at Kenny. Kenny looks at me, and we're both like, we look at him. He's like,
Smacking his thigh to clap.
So we were like, God. Such assholes.
He couldn't just regular cheer. He had to clap. Like he could have just said, "Woo woo, way to go."
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Ken, what up?
Oh, how we get there?
I don't know.
Flutes, woodwinds, hot cross buns,
My god.
Basketball.
basketball.
Did y'all have anything on your
I had a question
I
for you
had
guys.
like 0. I had one thing.
Oh, Jen? Darren, you're gonna need to bring more to the table
Since
here.
Darren wanted
Whatever.
to talk about relationships, I thought of something.
Oh, we're going there.
all right, Jen. Yes.
Don't get too excited.
Yes.
It's not about me. This is a question for you because you are the men.
Oh, but both of us. Okay.
The two of them.
Everybody in the room with a penis. So that's you two.
Hey, go ahead, man.
I don't know that firsthand. I'm just assuming.
Go ahead, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to be like, oh shit, she's seen their penis. I never seen it. I'm just assuming
Now
they
you're
have 'em.
implanting thoughts into people's head. Good job.
Well, I want to implant and implant.
What?
I don't know where this is going. I'm so worried.
It's not even that bad of a question. I just ruined it. So I seen something on the TV. This couple said they started going out when the girl was 5 months pregnant. Right?
Oh.
Would you date a girl who was already pregnant with someone else's kid?
Darren, you start.
Date. I'm gonna say no.
What's
What would the other thing be?
Just gonna say no.
Oh, you were cut. You were cut, though.
You would smash a girl with a little pregnant
would.
belly?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't date her?
Nah.
Really?
I love that Darren is a scumbag.
That's totally.
I love it.
That's totally.
Is that scumbagish? That's not scumbagish.
That's kind of scumbagish.
It's kind of scumbagish.
Well, I would no. Okay, no. I was,
If you smash, you might as well date.
I mean,
No. What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
you might as well be willing to date.
Why?
dating and smashing are two very different
Wow,
things.
different.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
So if I'm dating you, I'm gonna take you out and
Yeah.
da da da, and actually like date you.
And potentially have to raise this child.
Yeah. If I'm smashing, I could care less about those things.
And you can go raw dog.
Wow. That shocked the
Say it
burp
louder
out
for
of
the
me.
people in the back.
What? You said say it louder for people in the back.
They heard it. I ain't saying it again.
Darren,
What?
stop giving me that face. What do you mean? What?
What do you mean?
He's giving me the stupid shrug face like an emoji. Like what?
You asked.
So okay, wow.
So for me, honestly,
Yeah, for me, the gentleman in the room.
the gentleman. To be honest, I don't
Not
know.
the scumbag.
I don't know because you never know what the circumstances.
True,
right?
true.
You don't know if he passed in some tragic way. You don't know if
Would that make a difference
Yeah.
to you?
I feel like that's
I think
pity
so.
dating now.
No, not pity. Just because he passed on me, or we get along, right? Or like if she wasn't actually with somebody, maybe she just got artificially inseminated. Is that the word? How you say it? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
But that's backwards though. Nobody gets artificially inseminated and then starts dating.
Who told you that?
That's weird.
Is it?
There's movies.
I mean,
about it.
I would say if
I had a 5-year plan, and I wanted to be pregnant by this
no,
year.
that makes sense. But if you're willing to get artificially inseminated, that's cool. That's whatever. But I feel like you're either A, saying I'm getting artificially inseminated because I'm not getting in relationships. I haven't been in one in a long time, and I'm okay with not being in one. But to wait till you finally get inseminated and you're
And then
halfway through your
start dating,
pregnancy,
yeah.
and then be like, oh, now I done found somebody to date. It's like,
Hey man, we can't predict shit. You just happen to meet this fly gentleman, and y'all clicking on all cylinders.
because in my mind, in this scenario, I'm assuming that she was with somebody,
Uh-huh.
she got pregnant, and they broke up.
There we go. I was waiting for the particulars. So it depends on why they broke up.
Oh God, all this dependent.
Yeah, man. I don't like hypotheticals because I need more detail.
Okay, they broke up because they just didn't like each other no more.
Okay. All right.
So the pregnancy wasn't planned, obviously.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But either way, they don't like each other no more.
I'd say for me, I would not, only because of the dynamic after the baby is born. This man is going to be around a lot. in this fresh relationship.
Okay, so would it make a difference if she had a 1-year-old child and you met her?
Yeah.
But either way, the father's still gonna be around. Baby's only 1.
He could take the little nigga.
But if she gives birth, he can still take the child.
Yeah, but it's different when the kid's like just born. And if I'm around when the baby's, I'm gonna feel like I'm part of that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm around,
That's
that's
okay.
too much. If the kid's 1 already, it's like the daddy's around, whatever. But who knows? I don't do well with hypotheticals, like I said, because you never
I
know.
feel like in my head, everything is like,
You just hear baby crying?
I just hear like a whole bunch of like, so my initial thought is like, all right, so if we're dating and she goes into labor, do I have to bring her? Do I have to be there? Do I have to go? Do I have to visit? Do I bring her something? Like,
Do I have to bring her?
what if she's with me, like, at the time?
Yeah,
Like,
you
else
better
would you
bring
do?
her.
okay, but like, yeah, but like, what if we're like on like one
Nigga, if I
a
give
week?
birth right now, you're taking me to the hospital.
Yeah, but we friends.
Facts.
But do I have to stay with you the whole night? Like, I got to work in the morning.
No, you don't gotta stay with me.
Yeah, but if we just date, I'm gonna feel like a part of me is gonna feel like I should stay with her.
So you wouldn't date her just because you're worried about
No,
that
not
one
that.
day?
But I'm saying that's things like that cross my mind. Like,
Y'all ain't shit.
yeah, we ain't shit. We already know this.
Me, I don't know. I can't call that. I never say yes to nothing. I never say no to nothing because you never know.
I just feel,
Well,
as a woman, that I could see both sides of it. Because if you get pregnant and then right after pregnancy, you and the person break up, either you commit to being single for a whole year while you're going through this, which can be kind of tough. Because if you meet somebody, a whole year is a long time. You know what I mean? You might meet somebody within a year.
Yeah.
And if you meet somebody and you like them, you happen to be pregnant, you ain't wrong for pursuing it. And if he accepts, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to me, it's kind of awkward.
I feel
It
like
is.
there's so much like to it that's like difficult.
I
Like,
would-
and that, I'm
yeah.
not, that's like thinking of like of what I know of pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like to add that into dating. like,
Right.
I feel like that's like,
You gotta be.
whoosh.
You gotta be a different type of dude to roll with.
I
that.
agree with that.
especially if it's somebody you're getting to know. Like, you know,
Unless there was some history there and you guys know each other and you're already
Like if you
comfortable.
guys were already dating and
Right.
then you broke up and she got pregnant with someone and she didn't like that person and you guys got back together or something,
Right.
I guess.
Y'all want to hear something? I don't know if I told you guys this before. So, do I want to say this?
Yes, you do.
All right, fine.
that was very easy to convince you of that.
Shit.
I mean,
Why'd
I
I
told
do
my
this?
drunk story.
God damn it.
You're right. No, so
She got like 500 views. Fuck you, yo.
He got a lot of views.
hey, look, you know me.
Put your stupid
right?
idea
I'm gonna put
down.
my hand down. Darren, thank you. Bow. I typically just post. I asked first, and you said okay. Yeah.
True.
So, damn. Okay. So, old relationship that I was in, previous relationship, years ago. We broke up. Shit just wasn't working out. Whatever. So, X amount of months later, enough for me to say fuck no and laugh. She hit me and said she was pregnant. Why she hit me to tell me that? I don't know, because I already knew the window of opportunity for it to have been me had already expired.
Right.
Right, so she was like, all right, congrats, or I guess, or whatever. So a little bit later, we're chopping it up, and she told me, you know, one of my cousins told me that I should tell you that the baby is yours because she didn't like the dude that I was messing with.
Wow.
Yeah, so if I was one of those suckers, and she was one of those women who were like, hey, I'm pregnant, and the kid is yours, and I didn't know math, and, you know, couldn't put two and two together,
Yeah.
I would have been in a
You'd have
situation
been there.
where
Yeah.
I was raising a kid that wasn't mine.
Okay. That brings me to another topic. I believe.
The
and
children are the future.
teach them well. Let them
Let
lead the
them
way.
lead
Because I've had deep, long conversations with a good friend of mine about this, and I feel like the state of the world, that's a dramatic word to use in this instance, you'll see why when I finish it. The state of the world would be better if after every baby is born, there's a paternity test done. No matter if you're married.
Just cause.
Just cause. Like, I feel like as a woman, I would want to do that just so that the person I'm with is like, all right, there's no doubts, there's no questions, even if I know for a fact that it's the only person I've been with for the last 5 years.
It was just part
it's
of the
not
package.
It's not part of my peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I know what I've been doing.
Right.
It's for my partner's peace of mind. If I want my partner to be happy, they need peace of mind. So even if the guy doesn't feel right asking for it, I just think it should be standard. That way, you don't even have to have that awkward conversation. This is just part of what it is, like naming the kid.
So you're saying the hospital should just
Just-
have
just
it part as a thing?
yeah.
All right, and is this okay? Just
This
take
is your
a little
father
blood
and
work
this
to
is your
make sure,
mother.
blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, and that's it.
That's it.
Just because we have to have it documented properly that you are actually the biological father
Because
for our records.
this whole shit of I didn't find out till the kid was 15. It's not my kid. Like we could avoid that. We can avoid all this child support. We can avoid all these lawyers, all this court documents, all this
pain,
all this
all the
pain,
hurt.
all this. We can avoid so much in this country by just a simple procedure and just making it standard. Put on people's insurance as part of the package for having a baby. This shit costs like $1 million anyway.
Yeah.
What's $1 million plus 400? Like who the fuck cares?
Yeah. No, you're right. No, man, that would be something. You just spoke for a bunch of fellas just now. That's what's up.
Because I understand. Like I said, my friend, person I spoke to about this, my good friend, is a man.
Yeah.
So we've had conversations about it, and I just feel bad listening to the stuff that guys go through when there's a baby involved. It's like everybody feels bad for the woman. Yeah, we go through all this bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But the guys go through a lot.
Yeah.
And depending on the relationship with the woman, especially if she ain't shit, because there are a lot of broads who ain't shit. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Even fluffy ones
Yo,
can be ain't shit.
what?
Fluffy ones ain't shit too.
All female types have ain't shit counterparts.
Potential.
Sure enough.
Potential to be
You know what I'm
ain't shit.
saying? And like you said, this young lady happened to admit that she was advised to pin this baby on you, but at the end of the day, she did attempt it. She said it to you, and she was trying to see how.
Oh no, she didn't attempt it.
No, but what
She
I'm
was
saying,
just saying.
She was just
throwing it
saying
out
that she
there.
was pregnant. Yeah.
but why did she even tell you?
I
She's
don't
pregnant?
know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
She was trying to see the temperature of the water. It's not like she said, "Oh, I'm pregnant." And by the way, funny story. My cousin said, "No." She told you she's pregnant, and you were like, "Okay." And then after the fact, she was like, "By the way." She just didn't go through it because she's not ain't shit.
Right.
But
You're
she
right.
considered it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. So I just feel like we could just save a lot of headache.
On both sides.
On both
Because
sides.
I know some women who are fighting with their child's father. Like, no, I'm not taking maternity tests. Although the child is yours and you refuse to pay support. So I can't remember who it was at this time, but she doesn't get child support because the father refuses to take the test.
Wow, scumbag.
So which is unfeasible to us because it's like, if that's my kid,
Take care of my
I'm going
kid.
to take care of my kid regardless
Yeah.
of what me and you are going through. So having a procedure like that standard,
Yeah.
But the tough part is you'd have to get the person in the
you'd have to
hospital.
get both of them to be there.
Catch me if you can, nigga.
But if or maybe have any person who's going to sign the birth certificate.
Yeah.
At least as a start or something.
Yeah, but most of them suckers don't sign the birth certificate anyways. So, that stinks.
I think you would decrease the divorce rate if you did some shit like that.
Or increase it.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are some divorces that occur because of that.
Just because of the doubt. I feel like relationships begin to deteriorate when a little bit of doubt comes in. It's just a little crack of doubt, and then
Yeah.
it gets bigger and it gets bigger and it's bigger, and it's like
trust.
a small thing,
Yeah.
and it just grows. So if you guys have this lingering elephant in the room, is that my kid? Is it not?
If it's even a question,
yeah,
I feel like you got to deal with it. Like you can't
you
just
should, yeah.
sit on it.
But a lot of women have a lot of pride and get mad, like, "Oh, how dare you even question me? I was only with you, and it's not about you, baby girl."
Yeah.
This conversation
I need
makes
to
me
know.
want to throw up.
Okay, well, let's move on then.
A couple times, just asking each other random questions. Clarabelle has asked me before, like, what would you do if you found out one of the kids isn't yours and one of the girls?
Whoa.
And it's like such a
Don't even ask me that.
Like just I won't. But it's such a.
Oh no, I mean her.
to-
Tell her. Don't even ask me that.
Yeah, like,
but it's such a weighted question because obviously these girls have my heart.
yeah.
So to think that what changes,
Can
it's-
anything change?
Oh my
You-
god!
right?
I am gonna throw up. Stop.
So right. So let's say worst case scenario, Celeste isn't mine.
Oh God! Now
Right.
you just put a whole face to the scenario.
Right,
You
yeah.
didn't have to do all
But
that.
listen, I know. But
Bim's supposed to have a whole heart
he's
attack.
about to pass out. But does that change? I raised her. She's my little girl, or whatever. Like that. Does that? So for those fathers who deal with that, where
On a
they
daily basis, got to look
that
at this
have a
kid.
kid that's 7, 8 years old, and then boom, they find out that kid's not mine. Do they step out and that kid's not mine, or do they say I'm gonna continue to raise this kid because that's my heart?
My eyes are watering. This is heavy.
But it's like,
Yo.
and then the
It's got
worst
dark
thing
real quick,
is
right?
at least the people at 7-8 years they get to get that test, right?
Yeah.
But imagine the woman, because they have to have the consent from the mother
Yeah.
sometimes, or most times, I don't know.
Yeah.
So she just says, no, I don't give consent.
That's
And-
immediate flag.
Exactly. And it's
Oh
like a
my
lot of these
God.
people don't give consent, not because they know it's not your kid, it's because they're just offended. How
Yeah.
dare you? Like
Yeah,
it has,
yeah, yeah.
it just being petty. It has
It's
nothing to do with
you.
the reality.
And if there's nothing if you're
If there's
not
nothing
worried
to hide,
about it, then
just
you
do
have no
it.
problem.
That's
yeah.
my point.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of women who just get stuck on the fact that how dare you even ask.
Ugh.
So it's like now this kid's growing up, and let's say the kid doesn't look like you. It's your kid, but you don't know it because you're gonna look at that one thing. Well, this kid's hair's a little bit curly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Like,
hair's not curly.
Every day now, you
Every
just
little
got
like
this thing,
thing and
festering.
thing. He has an attitude. I don't have an
And
attitude.
I was good at basketball. This kid can't shoot, save his
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
You know, and you now every day you just get more resentful towards this poor child who's not
Who does nothing
who did
wrong?
nothing.
Yeah, that just and the child still sees you as that's my dad, that's
Oh.
my father, right? Damn, Bim, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We took a turn.
This is too heavy for me, man. I don't. This hurts me so bad.
Darren said he want to talk about relationships, so I did it.
We've been talking about
Jesus
relationships for
Christ.
like the past 2 hours.
Jeez. Yeah, actually, like the whole podcast, huh?
I guess technically.
So I really had one question.
Oh, what
But
was
be
the,
quick.
yeah. What's the one? No
Somebody
rush.
somebody had asked me or had said that something we should talk about. Do you in dating, do you
I don't
like to
date.
date well whatever. Do you like to date older or younger? Is age a big factor for you?
Age is a factor somewhat.
Age ain't nothing but a
Number
number.
that is great.
Did R. Kelly
not
write that
sing.
song?
Aaliyah sang it. I think he wrote it.
Hey.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking about the Andre 3000 version.
Well, this is a sample from later. But do you have an answer for that, sir? Before
I mean, I can only speak on myself. I don't really,
Yeah.
I don't really think I have a preference. I've always been the younger in a relationship, but like by a little bit.
Really?
Mhm.
Always?
I've always been, except for this marriage.
Interesting.
I'm older by a couple months. But I've always been interested in the dynamics between older women, younger man, older man, younger women.
All right, so let's make it more specific. Would you? So you're 34.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I stayed on air, but I'm like, he's a dude. Who cares? So you're 34.
Yeah.
So would you date a 35-year-old? If you weren't married, obviously.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay. Would you date a 40-year-old?
A 40?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you date a 30-year-old?
I would, but I'd start to get like,
Okay. Would you date a 50-year-old?
immediately say no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why, but immediately I say no.
Immediately.
Immediately.
So you're 34. So how about a 20-year-old?
Immediately I say no.
Okay. So you have like a window.
Yeah.
Like about 5 years older or younger.
More or less.
Yeah, that's
Bim?
fair. I'm about the same.
So I've dated older, younger. And the difference is I would always say no to past a certain age because of relatability to certain things. I reference movies all day. I talk about music, all things that date me. So I'm talking about shit from the 80s. So if I can't have conversations like that with you, it's kind of like, eh. But my lady's younger than me. So
By how much?
she's 30.
Okay.
So, which seems like nothing, right? But
No, that's a difference.
this gap, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll reference some stuff, and yeah, she's not like big into pop culture like that, but I'll reference some shit. I can't talk about the Fat Boys. She don't know what the hell the Fat Boys are. You know what
We
I'm
had
saying?
that album.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I love to just have regular conversations, so I take that into account. But I think I ended up, if I think back, it was always around the same age. She's probably the youngest that I've like been
Affection towards.
like with like that.
But you could have those younger people that have an appreciation for that old school stuff.
There are some, there are some, but it's sometimes because they had older siblings or just because they researched it on their own. But it's in the cases where I may have, hung out with some younger folks prior. It just wasn't there like that to entice me enough to
go for
stick
it.
with the demographic. I ended up going to wherever I would go with older crowds to meet people like that.
So, using the same blah, blah, blah we do with the pregnant chick. So, would you smash somebody who's 50?
Hey, we got shout outs?
I'm not gonna dig this hole. Saxon.
Darren about to tear it up.
I tell you, old bro, come bring you a home cooked meal, rub your feet.
Yo, fam, man. What's up with this girl, yo? Wait, no, did we ask Jen? Do you have an age preference?
Oh, she's trying to skirt right by that.
Skirt. Skirt.
I feel weird with a younger guy.
How young
But
is young?
I've been with younger guys. Younger guys seem to think I'm cool enough, but I don't know. I just feel, and when I say younger, I don't mean like 10 years younger. Like even a 30-year-old just seems young. What the hell's in your cup, bro?
I don't know. Something I didn't want to drink. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, like
A 30-year-old
for
seems
me, a
younger than you.
30-year-old, I feel wild old around that.
It's a big difference.
But somebody who's like 5-6 years older than me,
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with,
See, I feel
depending on how they interact.
like women are. I feel like there's an idea that women generally want an older man. Correct? Have you heard that?
I feel like
I've seen that
I
since
feel
middle
like-
school, dating high school dudes and shit.
But then you have places like our bar where it's like older women want younger
I was gonna
men.
say, yeah, it
So
depends.
it's
It
that-
depends on your time.
Yeah, it's that maturity thing, I think. So, like, you know, they say women mature faster,
Well,
blah,
that's-
blah, blah,
that's just
which is...
fucking lying.
Yeah. So,
Not true.
so when we were in middle school, and it's usually the very attractive ones, they would
Grown.
be hanging out with high school dudes.
Older.
These dudes would drive to
Pick
pull
them
up
up. Yeah.
at the middle school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And here I am, young Bim, looking
Yeah.
like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going on?
That's gross.
Yeah, very gross. But and then when older women are at their sexual
Peak.
They don't.
they need
want
somebody that
younger.
can keep up.
I feel like my friends now are at a place where they're appreciating older looking men, like salt and pepper beards or hot. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So
Yeah.
they weren't digging that before. It was more around the
No.
same age.
No.
Huh.
Like now, like I think women in their teens and early 20s like guys who are like around their 30s. Then women's in their mid 30s like a guy who's like 40, 45. But then when a woman becomes like 40, 45,
She wants younger.
she's like, where that 30-year-old, 10-year-old at who gonna blow my back out?
Sure enough.
I just want to take care of somebody.
Oh, interesting how this works.
I don't.
Man.
It's not the same for us.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because the
guys
older
just-
dudes, especially like sugar daddy type shit,
Yeah,
they want younger
a young
chicks.
girl, which is
Yeah.
creepy. That is
Which-
so
which
But it's
creepy.
not creepy for the older woman to want a younger guy?
That's creepy too.
Is it? Is it the same kind of creepy?
It's
Yeah,
not.
but I
No,
feel like
no.
that's like a mother and her son. That's just fucking
No,
gross.
yeah, I agree. It's two different creepies because even me being 34, if I
Yeah.
see a young broad walking, I'm like, I can't even look at you. Like I'm like,
But you don't know
how old?
every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But if I look at you and I find out you 22, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it changes it.
Yeah.
Especially since you
can-
have daughters. Like that's probably part of it too.
He's like, hey, but
mean-
it's like you can instantly see that they still have a baby
I can
face.
see there's no stress in your eyes. You don't.
Right.
No, your teeth
Stress
are
in
still-
your eyes.
no
You're
man has broken
stupid.
your heart yet.
Oh,
How does that happen?
hey. Still drinking. Ben missed his mouth and spilled the liquor all on his.
The ice
Shirt.
was working against me.
Thank you, narrator.
In case people wonder what happened, like when I dropped my chicken, you guys were so kind to mention Jen dropped her chicken.
Because we
floor, it's
reacted.
dirty.
People need to know what was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did we answer your question? Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot the question was. That was fun.
That was fun.
AJ, nothing but a
I like
number,
that.
my G.
It is not nothing but a number. Age is a law.
It could get you locked up.
Yeah.
So-
Get you fucked up, locked up.
When you say teenage,
So choose,
What do you mean by T?
choose wise. Did you know Spotify was pulling?
Yep.
Yeah, I
I
don't even
saw
want to
that.
talk about that.
Yeah.
They didn't pull his music from Spotify.
From track lists.
They just pulled it from automatic playlists.
So Kels, but also Chris Brown,
really?
or a women's group is petitioning to have Chris Brown, Nelly, and somebody else. Pull.
Nelly White for Tip Drill.
No, you should praise him for Tip Drill.
That's what I was gonna say.
But no, because remember when he had the accusation, but it came out that it wasn't true.
So then, how are you gonna ban his music over a false accusation?
Exactly. And Chris Brown, yeah, he had his situation, but he did time. So at what point is somebody like?
And R. Kelly went to trial. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. I know we all know he did it.
Right.
Okay, don't come for me. I know he did it. I seen the tape in real time when it happened in 2001 in Burnside with my friends. We all watched it. Okay,
We seen it.
We seen it. We seen his face. I know he peed on that girl. She peed on him. Okay, but he went to trial and he was acquitted.
Right.
And in America, it's innocent till proven guilty. So if he's been found innocent of a crime that we all know he did, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I know.
Right.
Then on what basis are you basing it? Because that's a bad precedent to set.
Right. And someone said, and I know it's not the same because there's levels to it, and man versus woman, we get it. It's a double standard, but still, keep your hands to yourself. Both parties, but a man, it's way worse. Do they pull Solange's music for swinging on Jay-Z?
Never.
That's a good one.
I mean, by that logic, we shouldn't have a president in the White House because he.
Oh,
did
that's
all
a
the
whole
dumb
That's
shit.
where are we going there?
But I'm saying
Donald
this-
Trump,
but
Donald Trump
listen,
is not on Spotify.
No, but there's people who are like, if those people are given this podium to have their music broadcast and they want to pull it from that for the shit that they did, then we shouldn't have this person on the podium that he's on for the shit that he did.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna say
Yeah, it's
that.
just interesting.
Rihanna
Like,
has a song called "Breaking Dishes." Is that what it's called? It's not her first album. I want to say.
I don't think I heard the
I
first album.
remember the whole Chris Brown thing happening, and I played that album at work because that's why I listen to a lot of music at work, guys.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, in 15 episodes.
Wish I could listen to.
Oh no, they took your headphone privileges. So the album's playing, and then Breaking Dishes starts playing, and if you've never heard the song, just go listen to it. And I remember listening to it, going, I could see how they would have gotten into an altercation if this is how she really. if this is how she is.
I gotta go listen to
I
that song
think
now.
the lyrics go, I'm breaking dishes up in here all night. I'm not going to stop until I see police lights. I'm going to fight a man tonight. I'm going to fight a man tonight. I'm going to fight a man. Give or take a couple words. That's
Can you
pretty
spell
much.
May, please?
I was in a spelling bee. Don't
Interesting.
tempt me. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I know that about you.
thank you. Yeah.
Spelling bee champ?
Yeah. And should I tell my spelling bee story? It doesn't matter. No, we're not talking
I'm
about
on a
spelling bee
Was
stuff.
that in high school?
No.
Oh.
No. First in 5th grade or 4th grade, I got out. 4th grade, I got out in spelling bee in school on worst because I wasn't listening because I'm not good at listening.
Oh, what'd you think they said?
I thought they said worst,
Oh.
and I didn't listen to the sentence.
Yeah.
So I put the T instead of the E, and I was
Ooh.
pretty pissed off because I'm like, I know how to spell worse. How can I get out on that? And then 5th grade, I got like 3rd place because I got out on saxophone because there's an O in the middle of saxophone, not an A.
Yeah.
So then I came back and redeemed myself in 7th grade. I won the school spelling bee, and I was so excited. But that same year, I had my back surgery. So the citywide was like maybe a month or so after my back surgery, maybe less. So I still wasn't in school yet, and I couldn't really walk yet. So I was like, but I can't get a wheelchair. Nobody would just push me. And they were like, no. And so I never got to really
Aw.
defend my crown in citywide spelling bee. So
I'm sure your parents are still proud.
this ain't about them.
That's right.
This is about me.
She wants the accolades.
I want to win stuff.
Sorry.
I used to be.
Competitive?
Thank you.
Nerd.
Now you just dominate. She's like, I like this word.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, it's to the point. It's where do you draw the line? Like,
Right.
'cause if I said, "Oh well, I believe Rihanna beats men because she made this song, so pull all her music," people like, "But she never went to trial for that, and no one got no evidence of her doing that."
She still did it, though.
And it'd be like, "But this song says so," you know.
It makes you wonder
And I love Rihanna.
Yeah.
Once-
It's just weird, man. What are you gonna say, D?
if Bill Cosby's stuff is still up on Spotify, because they have his stand-ups on there.
His comedy stuff.
I'm guessing they pull. If they started pulling these folks, they're gonna pull everything. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting. And after you serve time, like Chris Brown did, like, are you not allowed to make a living anymore?
Right, because people get money off of these plays.
Right? Is it a scarlet letter now that's on your career and you can't do anything else, even though you did what was required of you? I don't know. It's interesting.
Because Harvey Weinstein's movies are still played.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The actors are still in those movies.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting, but it's a gloomy way. Did I take that turn into all of that nonsense? Do we have snacks?
Nope.
I have cheese bread.
Can I just have a piece of cheese bread
It's
while we
right
give
there.
shout outs?
I told you.
Oh, shit.
I told you.
Darren, you want some cheese bread?
Sure.
So it's not a snack, but we just eating.
And I also
Yeah.
have cheesecake upstairs.
Oh, we lit. Wait, for us or just you?
I said I would share it, but if I don't
Oh,
share it with
wow.
you, I'm not leaving it
That's a
here.
good help. Can I? I'm
Is this like a
tempted to take,
whole piece that we get?
You can say whatever the hell you want. I told you I've been eating it. I'm full.
All right, well, I'm gonna
So
take
we could let
this.
the people know, since we're talking about food, we're eating cheese bread from Ranzio's.
Ranzio's.
A good old Rhode Island classic place.
What's their tagline? Pizza with a Rhode Island accent. You want some sauce?
Is that their tagline?
Yeah. The sauce is a little salty today, but
Today, how often do you go to Ranzio's?
mind your business.
Yes, you're right. Jen, thanks for sharing your dinner.
No problem.
Appreciate you, beloved.
Like I said, that whole box is with tax is less than $5. So
Real shit? Damn.
it's better hot because then the cheese is like.
I'm a caveman. This is good.
Something we forgot to do last week. We did not plug in our social media outlets.
Do it.
So please, folks.
Usually I miss this part because usually I'm peeing. So this is
Yeah.
exciting.
Is it?
Would you like to say it?
Nope.
Okay. People follow us on social media. On Instagram, it's please delete this. PLSDELTHIS.
Yep.
Same thing on Twitter. On Facebook, search us. Please delete this. Spaces in between that. Also follow us on YouTube, our YouTube channel. Yeah. Please delete this. Brother Bim heads up that. You can see our clips and the fun stuff that we talk about and Gen snacks and
We have to take that part out because you're referencing Bill Cosby.
You're right.
Oh, fine. I don't want
Right.
some women group to pull us because of that.
I lied. Keep that shit in, bruh.
Also follow us on SoundCloud. Please delete this. Pretty much just search it. We'll pop right up. On iTunes, if you listen to us on iTunes, you have to go to the podcast app and then search us and we'll pop up there. Also on Google Play, it's please delete this. No spaces. Wasn't able to fix it. Get over it. And then iHeartRadio, please delete this as well. Make sure you subscribe to us so you can see what we when we're pushing out our next episode and get notifications. For those who don't have social media and listen to us, email us.
Email who?
Us.
The email address?
Yeah, PLSD.
Who checks that?
Me.
Oh.
PLSD.
Do people email you?
No. PLSDELTHIS1@gmail.com.
Why did you add the one?
Because it was the other one was taken.
Who took it?
I don't know.
Can we,
It was the fluffy white girl.
can we email them? Can we email them and say, what do you do?
What
that
do
would
you do
be
with this? Well, I'll email them tonight and then I'll screenshot the conversation.
Please
That's
do.
funny.
So definitely follow us, subscribe to us, share.
Yes. Share, please, and
Share,
comment.
share,
comment
share,
and
comment.
share.
Yes,
Guys, I know you have most of you have our personal numbers and all that stuff. And that's cool, right? I love you.
I love
But-
that you comment directly to my WhatsApp.
Yeah, but let's throw some comments on there when we post on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. If you see, engage in conversation with us and share. Let
Nobody
people know if
texts
you
me.
dig it. Nobody text you?
No.
Do you check your WhatsApp?
What's up? What's up?
Oh,
Again, what's up?
it's funny. It's funny because it's true.
But yeah, please continue to share if you haven't or if you have been. And yeah, we appreciate y'all listening. And we're trying to do the segment, some kind of segment for my friends who love these two fools.
No, Darren.
Darren?
Darren.
Don't act like you don't love.
I love, but I don't like talking about love.
You a lie.
You don't like talking about much, but you on a podcast.
Yeah. Darren, you want another breadstick?
Actually, I shouldn't say I love love. I'll talk about love, but I don't like talking about my love life.
You can take whichever one.
That's what I should
Yeah,
say.
no, we don't have to talk about your love life,
Yeah,
Jen.
so
Jen,
it's-
take the last one.
Nah, bro.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I want to talk about other people's love life. So y'all
we can
talk
do that.
about it, and I laugh,
We could do that.
and I make fun. But it will be anonymous, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't have to worry about it. Send us a DM, or if you don't feel comfortable, just send us a message, text or whatever.
If you don't want us to know it's about you, just be like, oh, my friend,
Wink.
such and such. We won't assume it's you. You know what I'm saying?
We'll think it's you.
Who will think it's you? Well, that's because you're stupid.
Yeah, or use that fake Instagram account that you use to stalk your boyfriend to send us a
Right.
message. We won't even know it's you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
And just hit us up on that.
People really do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to.
Wow.
Who's
To
you
stalk your
stalking?
boyfriend?
I didn't trust him anymore. So.
He claimed he was home reading books all the time.
Right?
I like to read. Actually, I've been meaning to read.
The Bible?
No.
No.
Wu-Tang
Whoa, Wu-Tang.
had a book out that somebody just plugged me into, and I meant to pick it up because I seen that documentary of how not a documentary. It was like a quick video explaining how RZA had a plan, and he told them, "Stick with me. I have a plan. We're gonna do step by step, and we're gonna be huge." And he made sure that they all like did their own solo things, but still repped Wu at the same time. And so apparently that book dives deeper into that. So
Oh, that's
I
dope.
want to read that.
In the Delia Banks interview up on Breakfast Club,
Pretty
where
pretty.
everybody made this whole big thing about her small section about Cardi B, which was really not really whatever. She goes in on some RZA boy. She
Yes.
called him a clown and everything.
She said he sniffs coke.
yeah, man.
I said, oh shit.
So if you
Zigzag Ziggalad sniffs coke.
So if you didn't hear the interview and all you heard about was her little clip about Cardi B, that's really not the highlight of
No.
That's just what people want to hype up. It was a good interview, and I would say go back and listen to it. Azealia Banks on Breakfast Club. I follow her on Instagram. I think she's interesting, and I like her.
Something we forgot to mention last week. We wanted to talk about, but we didn't.
What's that?
DJ Khaled.
What
But
about?
not eating box.
Oh, we can. Do we have time?
Not really.
We wanted to talk about that.
Oh.
What's
Oh,
there
no.
to talk about? He eats everything but box.
Oh
So,
my god.
I kind of got into a little back and forth with somebody about it.
Oh.
Hey. And then you
Nothing-
put
nothing
Sex
big.
With Me on.
Yo. Darren, if you don't play that tonight,
And the
anyways.
saxophone in my drawer. Anyway,
Damn.
so somebody was like, "Oh my God, he's so disgusting. He's gross. His woman doesn't respect herself. Blah 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 blah."
Whoa.
Yeah,
all
wait,
that.
wait. People be
Wow.
jumping out the window.
Right?
Whoa.
Come on, man.
So I'm like,
Do I know this person?
somebody I don't even know.
Okay.
Not everybody eats box. I don't eat box.
Darren, continue. Yo, man.
So I'm like, so I like to have this conversation.
Oh, I was
Actually,
going to say
there's
something
another
else.
time. I like to eat box.
Whoa.
What?
God.
I can say that.
Okay.
I can.
Okay.
So this person was like, yeah, she blah blah blah. She's disrespecting herself. No. So I'm like, this is before they really got into the subject. It was like the initial clip of it, and I was like, well, it's their relationship. Number one,
Right.
It had nothing to do with you. You don't know if she's okay with that. You don't know if she's not.
Not all
What-
women like it.
Yeah.
Not all women like it. So I'm like, if they're happy in that arrangement, then who are we to fucking judge?
Right.
If he don't want to eat the box, cool. If he want to say he demands head, because that's his position in life, great. As long as she's okay with it, you not sucking his dick, cool.
That's it.
No, what I mean is he's out here saying that he's the king and blah blah, and there's some things that he needs and stuff like. Yes, I get what he's saying. Yeah, I may not agree with it, but again, that's their relationship. You don't have no right to come in and call her disgusting and call him like you can call him like selfish or whatever until she comes out and says, nah, like I've been asking him to eat my box out for a while now. And he refuses to do it, but I gotta give him head every night. Now that's a problem with her.
But you don't have to. You just do it because you want to.
That's it. Jed, why do women be trying to tell women how to navigate in their own
No,
relationship?
this was what's worse. This was a guy.
Whoa.
This was a guy
Plot
saying
twist.
that she. Yeah, right.
Oh,
This was a guy saying that
God.
she. Whatever,
Yo.
and of course he's all chiming in like, I if I'm gonna take care of my lady, I'm gonna take care of her. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
done.
that's
I'm
great,
done. I'm
right?
done with whoever this person
Yeah,
is.
Was it Drake?
It was Drake. It was absolutely Drake.
So I'm like, my guy, like I get what you're saying, and that's nice for you that you like to do that. And your woman doesn't have a problem with it and doing back to you.
You're
Great.
probably not a millionaire. though.
A guy?
Yeah, that's how this taking
Bim
the
is so
stand,
disgusted right now.
So I'm like, again,
What?
so I was like, so how about we wait for this woman to come out and say her piece, and then you can make your little snapshot judgments or whatever. Cool. And then of course it gets bigger and bigger, and then The Rock comes in and says, "You eat the box, yeah, blah blah." The fact that this is a hugely debated topic is just like, what's wrong with you people? Like, it's not your relationship.
I mean, I understand Khaled's point that he made, even though it was stupid. First of all, I think the interview was from like 3 years ago. And I
Yeah, it
don't
was an
know
old interview.
why it became a thing now. But his position is, listen, I give her other stuff. I give her food, money, a house, a comfortable life.
Mhm.
So the one thing I don't give her is
Head?
FaceTime. Then fuck it.
FaceTime.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Now, how many of you women out there are getting your box eaten by a guy who don't pay no bills?
Whoa.
Huh?
Shots fired.
Would you rather he start paying the rent and stop eating your box?
Oof.
I think so,
Oof.
bitch.
Damn.
Goddamn, Jen.
So,
Yo, I'm still shocked that was a guy that was
Yeah.
caping that hard
Yeah,
for somebody that isn't his. Like, what's up with you,
Yeah,
beloved?
I mean,
no gal can
See
see
no
no
for me
here.
here, and if I got try that she did,
Every run they cocky ray.
no gal.
Okay, all right.
yo,
All right. There's white people sleeping in Warwick.
Yeah, that's wild that it was a dude. I'm still
Yeah.
bugged out.
I
Damn.
don't know.
Yeah, no, what Jen said all the way. Like, first of all, who cares about other people's shit? But imagine if it was flip, and his wife said, "No, yeah, I don't go down on him," and men were going in on her.
What could you
The
imagine?
backlash,
Yeah.
the nerve. You don't
Yeah.
tell a woman,
Yeah.
but people can
Yeah.
comment, "Get the fuck out of here, man! I hate people."
Ooh, I didn't even
See?
think of that.
Yeah, that shit would have been disgusting.
That
The
would-
backlash
Jen
would
said,
have
"I
been
didn't
wild.
They would have took Khaled's music off Spotify.
Yeah,
Like, where do we
real
draw
shit.
the line?
Real shit. Real shit.
Him
So,
yelling
yeah,
over
man.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Khaled. Keep getting money, beloved. You the best.
As long
Where
as
we
you and
at?
your family are happy, like
I know there's so many other things that Khaled does that's more annoying than the fact that he
yeah,
don't-
Right.
him yelling over shit. Him
stalking his own baby son.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that's a little wild. Leave your son alone.
leave him out alone. Poor
he
thing.
doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Sure.
Shout outs.
I go first.
Yeah, you got it's your meaningful shit.
Yeah, actually, there was one
Yeah.
that I should have said last week, but I was too wrapped up in love. Shout outs. I think it was last week. Was Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh.
So I want to
good
shout out
one.
all the teachers, especially my darling wife, who is also a high school teacher.
Did you get in
and all her
trouble?
Friends. No. I don't even think she listened to the episode last week.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a shout out that's overdue. Our
Did you
teachers
give her
do-
teacher appreciation box eating time? Don't answer that. I don't want to know. Continue.
My G.
I don't want to know. Just continue.
Anyways, so definitely shout out to that group of people. Do you guys realize that teachers spend
More time with your kids.
more
than your parents?
more time with your kids and the parents,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I knew but I didn't know somehow, which is like funny. But they just do so much. Like if my child has to spend 8 hours a day with another person, like hopefully it's somebody that is as giving as a teacher.
Right.
And so definitely shout out to them and all the work they do. We appreciate you. Thank you for just stepping up and taking that sacrifice, because not only do they got to deal with your shitty child. Yeah, I said it. They got to deal with 14 other shitty children in the room.
If they're lucky. Sometimes it's
They're
30.
lucky. Yes. Definitely underappreciated, probably underpaid, overworked. There's times where I'm just speaking on my wife. This time where she comes home and she is telling me about the kids and how like burdened she is for them. So, and then you have like a mess of teachers who are the same way, who are just burden for our youth and stuff like that. So, which I think is amazing that these teachers go and care about these kids that they don't know from the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year they have this relationship, and it's great.
This is
So,
very true.
definitely. I mean, I remember my favorite teacher, Mr. Harris, real cool. But definitely shout out to them.
Yeah, because my
Word.
4th grade teacher, she got really close to the class to the point where she asked the administration if she could keep the class together for 5th grade. So
Wow.
we also
Right.
had her for 5th grade.
That's dope.
And she did like a Rhode Island tour with us. And the tour ended at her house, and she had a cookout for us.
Awesome.
Right?
I mean,
That
you
is
can't do
awesome.
that now because
No.
teacher they'll put you in
Yeah.
jail. But
Yeah.
at the time, it was really cool because she took us around Rhode Island to places where we would have never seen, and she lived in Foster Gloucester. I mean, kids from the hood don't go to Foster
No.
Yeah,
Gloucester.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So-
another great thing they do is they really expand a child's horizon beyond, like, not beyond what we as parents can do, but a lot of times
beyond what parents can do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
like,
Literally.
yeah. So but definitely shout out to
Good
that.
shout out.
Yeah,
Cheers.
especially the good teachers that go above and beyond for sure.
Not,
Y'all-
the, not,
man.
not the crappy ones that sleep with the students.
Ooh. Well, does that make them crappy?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it does.
Darren, thank you. That was dope, actually. I thought about that.
Thank
Good
you.
shit. Half shout out, quarter shout out to all the graduates All the graduates 2018. My sister graduated. Close family friend graduated last week. Shout out to Shami. Who's actually got her master's in educational something or other. I can't remember. And she just accepted a position as a dean.
Wow.
Yeah, so shout out to all the graduates, everyone who's finishing up their high school, bachelor's, doctorate, master's, all that stuff. God bless y'all. Somehow figure out how to not pay your loans back.
Yeah.
So
Do the Lord's work.
But my shout out for this week goes to Danielle Alba.
Hey,
And
Danielle!
the Alba Group.
Way!
Yes. So Danielle and the Alba Group, they are real estate agents. They buy and sell homes.
Yes.
Reason why I'm shouting out Danielle specifically is Danielle helped Darren and Clarabelle purchase
this
their
beautiful
mansion.
home. Yes.
And then Darren had referred Danielle to me, and she helped me purchase my my investment property.
Yes.
And Danielle is now in the process of helping Shorty grab her first property, right? Because she did such a great job.
She out here.
Danielle is very knowledgeable. She's also a real estate investor herself, shows her husband. So if you're not looking for your first property, but you're looking for investment properties, I believe in now, spreading the word of people trying to build generational wealth through real estate.
Yes.
So she's very knowledgeable. For anybody who doesn't know someone who's already a real estate agent, reach out to the Alba Group. You can find them on Instagram, the Alba Group, ALBA, no spaces. And just hit them up. They have a bunch of people on their team, and they do a great job. She went above and beyond with me. I'll be reaching out to her when I go and grab the next investment property. And she's done a great job with Shorty so far. And I'm all about building generational wealth for our kids, having something to leave behind, and also having something that can generate revenue for us, or just having a beautiful home to live in with a west wing and an east wing and 5 acres.
In Commemorative Village.
Yeah, in Commemorative
Khadijah Village.
I saw it definitely super wrong. 14 episodes in, it's not Connecticut Village we live in.
What is it?
We live right after. We live in.
I told you, Riverview.
You did.
I did. Thank you. Talking about
He
15
know.
episodes.
Yeah, I didn't.
know.
You know why? Because I kept.
He corrected me when I said it.
I know because I kept looking at the signs and I was like, oh, it does change. Oh,
Jesus.
oh, and I went to Clara. I was like, "Hey, baby, you know." And
She
was
knew
like,
already,
"Yeah."
right?
She was like, "I told you, stupid." And I was like,
So how many times people gotta tell you something first before you believe them?
That's why you get beat.
"I do." Yeah.
That's why women are always right. Once again,
They are.
shout out
Come
once again to that.
on.
Shout out to the Alba Group.
Yes, please continue. Keep going. Hope she forgets.
Whether you're trying to buy a home or sell your home, they do both, buy and sell.
Yes.
Real estate investing or first home or second home, whatever it is, they got it. Great people, bilingual. I think maybe trilingual as well. Reach out to them and get you a crib and invest in something for your future. Shout out.
Shout outs are beautiful. My first shout out.
Is that ending part she was talking about?
I worked on it though. I was, you know how like in the homeroom when you try to do your homework before first period?
Yeah.
Me all day.
Yeah.
My entire high school career.
That's me right now. So, but we passed, right?
We did.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Barely.
Speak for yourself. I was stellar.
Good word.
Thank you. I told you. My first shout out is to myself because I didn't get up at any point.
That is the first, ladies and gentlemen.
She gave us our first anti shout out last week.
Right.
And now she's giving us.
And people were feeling the anti shout out.
Maybe we should just do that.
That's my role.
Yeah.
Shout out to myself because I didn't get up to pee at all this week.
That is true.
Right?
Wow.
I'm still sitting here.
Hey.
And then shout out to the Celtics because they out here
Okay.
doing their thing.
Okay.
Right now up 2-0 against the Cavs.
That's wild.
Hopefully this time next week they would have got the Cavs the fuck up out of here.
Oof.
So shout out to the Celtics doing their thing. That's really exciting for Boston and for basketball and for shout out to how cute Kyrie is once again.
Yo,
He's
what's
on the
up with this chick?
sideline and he got his little blazer on.
You know
He's
he
all
thinks
cute.
the earth is flat. Yeah.
Usually the cute ones are dumb.
Go ahead. Use your smart brain to justify
as
this.
an
I
engineer.
can't just. I hate people who say the Earth is flat. We can talk about that in episode 16 because I have a whole lot to say about that. Gravity is real stupid.
Put that
but
in my
you think he cute, so that's okay.
Let me
he
put
just
this in
cute.
my- let me put that in my notes.
Gravity is real. I took physics. There's math behind
Talk
it.
that shit.
Every time something drops, it falls at the same rate. It hits the same ground. It'd be different if I drop a ball from a building today and it went up. And I'd be
Right.
like, you know what? Might be onto something.
Right.
Every time it goes down. Stupid. Okay. Every time you fly. Remember when Bim was going to Singapore or Thailand or wherever Asian place he was going? And we were like, is that the furthest place? And we were like, can you go any further? It's because it's just round. So, and he didn't know what direction he was going in, because either direction he would have got there eventually, because it's just round, stupid. Okay? The earth is not flat, dummy. All right.
Imagine I got to the edge and had to fly down.
Right.
And under.
You were like, whoa. This was not on the itinerary.
I don't think you need that episode 16 to say your piece about this.
No, I got more to say
You got
about it,
more,
but
okay.
I kept it short
All
because
right.
I did 2 shout outs and an angry rant. I think that's fair. But Kyrie's still cute. So.
All right, we get it.
Can I just quickly say something I'm super proud of?
Wait,
Yes.
no.
Okay, you're not done. Go
Oh.
ahead.
I saw a meme that was funny.
This ain't part of your shout out either, huh?
It was like the Celtics got to the playoffs without Kyrie. The Cavs got to the playoffs without Kyrie.
Oh.
And then I had a picture of Kyrie with that face like, damn.
Right? That is kind of true, huh? Shit.
Go ahead, sorry.
You talking about your son hitting the home runs. And You're
Yeah.
super proud.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Yeah. So my eldest, I didn't even know this girl could do this. She, was it divisional?
Yes.
Yeah, divisional. She plays first place
You.
for throwing a shot put
Come on now.
in women's divisional. She threw it
I love this.
26 point something feet.
Damn.
Man.
Right. I didn't even know. She tells me, "Oh, Dad, I'm going to do track. I'm going to figure it out." And she, we ask her every so often about it. And then it was like, "Hey, so how'd you do at the thing? How'd you do at the meet the other day?" "Oh, I placed first place."
Wow.
Like
Mad
nothing,
casual.
right? Yeah, I placed first. What do you mean you placed? What do you mean? And she's like, "Yeah, I threw it to fathers." And then she gets into it. She's like, "Yeah, it was kind of cool. I threw it. You could see everybody else was kind of like intimidated by me." I was like, "Word, like my child, you."
From my loins.
Right, so she came home with she throws a javelin too.
Yeah.
She got 4th place in the javelin throw, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, you could." So I was like, "Come on." Before we left this morning, go show me how you throw it. And goddamn,
Yeah. Form and everything, huh?
I was like, I feel like such a bag of shit because in high school,
I mean, not your strong suit.
no,
It's
no.
but yeah.
Super proud. I could not be more proud of my daughter.
She couldn't have done that without the height that you gave her genetically.
So I'm responsible for
Yes.
this.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to give him the credit?
Yes.
Shh, Jen,
Yes.
Shh, drink your
I don't
drink.
know. Her mama ain't that athletic.
Nope.
Wow.
Is she, Darren?
Nope.
Wow. But neither are you.
Darren played football.
Ah.
Did he play?
I did.
Or was he on the
Wow, Jen. Jen. Hey.
Hey, that's a real question.
He was
You
on
ain't
the
answer
team.
it.
I played
Right.
JV.
Right. Was he? Right.
He
Exactly.
played.
Everybody made
I did
varsity
play.
but you.
He was there for varsity games.
Yeah.
You was on TV by yourself.
No, I wasn't. Bernard was
Why you doing
there.
that? Yo? Why you doing that?
But anyways,
Just saying, we're gonna try
that's
to play-
neither here.
we're gonna
It's
try to
not
play her
you're
mama.
right. You know what? It's not about me or the mama. She has states this Sunday,
Oh,
Ew.
so we're gonna
exciting.
be there. And so she came to me super excited. She was like, "Oh, we looked at the other schools, and so far, like I throw farther than anybody else." And so I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yo,
What time is the state meet?
1 to 4, I believe."
Yo, honestly, I know there's
Narragansett.
playoff games going on, but
Yeah, no,
hit me
I'm
because
gonna try to record some stuff. So even
Well,
if
the
you can't
Celtics
make
Yeah.
game is Saturday night.
is there a game Sunday?
I thought you said it was Saturday.
no, it's a Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, I don't listen. Sorry.
Yeah, no, honestly, hit me when you're heading
Yeah,
there. Cause
Yeah.
man, I'm thinking about my old track days, man.
Yeah, man. Haitian parade coming up on Saturday too.
Oh, it's
Sunday.
Oh, that's Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going.
No, I wasn't planning on going. You already know that. Yeah, they're gonna start walking from somewhere and end up in Roger Williams, the Temple of Music, I believe. Bring your flag.
We didn't even talk
party.
about the animal that escaped from the Roger Williams Park Zoo.
the Taken.
Can we keep it on the thing for next week?
Keep it on docket.
I wanted to
we're
talk
kinda
about
over it.
what the hell's a taken. Taken?
Takin?
Taken?
Taken.
What are you talking about?
Takin?
Takin?
The animal.
I didn't read
The
the thing you
Debra?
sent us.
T'Challa.
Debra? There ain't no Debra in the zoo.
When you read what it is, you'll be like, it was a Debra.
It's a Debra.
But I think the thing that got me was like the worker went to the thing and it charged out. Like,
Well, are you going to step in front of it?
Harley!
Olay, nigga. Go
Right,
ahead, man.
right.
Do what
You got
gotta do.
that. Especially somebody from Providence working at the zoo.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll get paid enough for this.
Shit.
So,
Bye. But yeah.
I think that's all, folks.
Yeah.
How long was that? Shit.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was on for a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Anything coming up besides that?
Oh, this coming
My
weekend.
birthday, nigga.
Hey, Jen's birthday's
So-
next week. We're in Rosendale next week
See, you
on
done.
Thursday.
You didn't even do Just Right Entertainment.
Just Right is a
Didn't we?
sponsor. No, we didn't do a lot of
Oh.
shit because we just got so
We
excited.
need to create a real jingle for Just Right and insert it.
No, we need to just keep making them.
Oh, because you actually you're the jingle maker. You got one ready though. I can feel it.
No, I don't. They're always off the top.
Okay.
Okay. What up though?
You gotta help me though. You're
I
my-
know.
you're
I'm Tito. You're Michael.
Played
I don't want to be Michael. I want to be Rebe.
You want to be Rebe? Rebe ain't nobody even know what she sound like.
So wait, do your spiel and then we'll make a song.
Word.
Just Right
All right.
Entertainment. If you need a DJ, a photo booth, uplighting, monogram lighting, pretty much anything you need to make your big day more big, if that's the word, definitely definitely hit us up, justrightri.com. We will make your day as splendid as we can.
Just Right makes your day as splendid as we can. Da da da.
Yeah. That was so trash.
That was weak.
I was like double dutch. I was waiting for my in, and you were killing it, so I ain't had nothing.
Yeah, definitely check us out there.
JustRightRI.com.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you update the website yet?
Yeah, it's updated.
Nice. I gotta check it again.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, I'm gonna be the artificial member of Just Right RI that really doesn't do anything. It doesn't come to any events because I'm not invited. But just know in spirit. Or if you hire JustRightRI.com for doing something, and you're like, yo, I want Jen to be there, just let them know.
Yeah, we got you.
Word should be the MC
for a fee.
For a fee.
She ain't free. She expensive.
I ain't expensive. I am classic.
Jen's birthday next week. We in Rosendale.
Yup.
Are we recording on her birthday or the?
Yeah. She wants to record on her birthday.
This is fun. Oh
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Okay. We lit.
Every
I'm
day
gonna
we
be
lit.
fucked up. Who gonna take me to
You
Rosendale?
lit.
I'm gonna be fucked up.
Damn, we should Uber there.
Ooh, Uber. But
I
then they
can't
gotta bring
Uber.
us all the way back here. It's gonna
Nah,
be
nah,
mad
I
money.
got it.
We should park our cars there.
Where Rosendale?
Yeah.
And then Uber here?
Damn, that's gonna be mad expensive.
I'm
Yeah,
driving
we ain't
there.
doing that.
I'm driving there. So.
Oh, you are driving there because
I
you're
can
a
drive you guys
DJ.
home. I don't care. I'm gonna
Yeah, we'll figure this
regret
out.
it on Friday.
It's gonna be a great episode next week.
Actually,
make sure y'all
we
tune
should
in.
have people come join us.
You think
I
so?
was actually when I saw the. We're getting way over time.
Yeah, sorry.
I was hoping Henry was still in town. I was like,
That asshole. Shout out to H, man. This guy popped up out of nowhere at the karaoke spot,
he's
man.
too tall to pop up somewhere.
That's him. No, but he do it all the time, and he's good at
In
it.
his little car.
We're in Ninja.
Ninja
guy,
Ninja.
man.
That's a good one. That should be a shirt.
That's him. I'm gonna get him one big ass shirt. Ninja Ninja.
Guys, we'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
Take care.
Peace.
Gemini.